We're following a developing story here at 5 as the birthplace of aviation mourns the loss of a true legend. General Chuck Yeager, one of the most iconic figures in American aviation history, died last night at the age of 97. And 2 News reporter Adam Reif is live at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force with a look at him and how the Miami Valley played a huge role in shaping his incredible career.
Right, Mark, we know that Chuck Yeager was a decorated World War II fighter pilot. He was also a lifelong Air Force officer, but of course best known for breaking the sound barrier, the first person to do so back in 1947. And that legendary test pilot career started right here in the Miami Valley.
Chuck Yeager's first experience as a test pilot was here at Wright Field.
In 1945, Chuck Yeager chose to be stationed at the now Wright-Patt Air Force Base as he started his career as a test pilot after World War II.
So right in the skies overhead, Chuck Yeager was flying early jet aircraft and foreign aircraft.
Yeager's place in American history is secure, and visitors can see it up close in the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force.
General Yeager's legacy lives on here in this museum, and in particular in this gallery. We're surrounded by aircraft that Chuck Yeager actually flew.
He was at the stick of this X-3, this X-4, this XF-92, and this Russian-made MiG, which a defector flew to a U.S. base in the 1950s. The technology was new, the capabilities were unknown, and the risk was high.
We wanted to get as much information out of it as possible, and the best way to do that was to have somebody fly it. And of course, it had to be Chuck Yeager.
The museum's collection also includes Yeager memorabilia, including a copy of a medal awarded after breaking the sound barrier and a pressurized flight suit Yeager wore in flight.
When he was flying, in particular his early flight career as a test pilot, that was a time when there were huge leaps in the advancement of technology in aerospace. And with his passing, that really marks the passing of an era.
Back live in Hangar 4 of the museum, we're taking a close-up look at the cockpit of the XF-92, one of 3 planes that Chuck Yeager actually flew. One's right above us, the X-4 that you saw in that story. Now, the museum has closed for the day. They were kind enough to let us stay after hours to shoot this story, but you can see these planes and many others, of course, 7 days a week from 9 to 5. Admission is always free. Live at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force, Adam Reif, 5 on 2.
Courage with a capital C.